We are live. Yes, we're live. We're back for a watch along, the first of two today. We've got Stand and Deliver we're going to do right now. We've got WrestleMania Night 1, and we are doing, as I mentioned, post-show reactions for both shows, for both WrestleMania Night 1 and NXT Stand and Deliver, which is actually the kickoff show is just underway at the moment. The reason I'm a little bit early is because we've got a match, guys. We've got a match that's just about to start, so let's get straight into it. We've got the 8-person tag team match in which Chase University is going up against the Schism, or Chase University and Tyler Bate, it must be said, going up against the Schism, with the winner getting control of Chase University. Now, it must be said, this is going to be a lot of fun and quite interesting for me because I don't keep up with a ton of NXT. Obviously, I keep up with the news for all of the daily news videos and things of that nature, but I can't say I'm a week-to-week avid watcher of it. So this is going to be quite fun. This is going to be interesting. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver. Let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania Night 1 tonight as well. And Chase University have just made their entrance. So out is coming the Schism, of course. The Schism also featuring the debut of Ava, the in-ring debut of Ava, who is the daughter of The Rock. So here come the Schism. I like the Schism's entrance theme, though. And the masks are pretty badass as well. Big up Steffi Jenks in the chat, as always, saying with a pointing to the sky, come on. Harry says, don't really watch NXT, but the matches look interesting, so I thought I'll watch, plus I'll be with you all night, so it should be fun. Well, I appreciate you joining me, Harry. It'd be good if I click the right thing there. Here we go. There you go. Because you know me, it's got the devil's in the detail. But Schism in the ring right now. But I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Harry, this evening, where it comes to don't watch a ton of NXT all the time. But it's not the same, is it? As it was back in the black and gold era and all that kind of stuff. But there are definitely some interesting matches this evening. And we're underway. Really interesting to see indeed what Ava brings to things. Of course, the expectation's just massive, isn't it? Of course, I mean, the daughter of one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time, The Rock. Try and live up to those expectations. I wonder if she's going to do any Rock-esque moves in this one. We'll have to wait and see. But Andre Chase, oh, big chop to the chest. And then comes Tyler Bate, who's kind of, I'm not really sure what his gimmick is anymore. Tyler Bate, I guess he's like a yoga guru. And talk about a bit of a drop-off, to be honest, for him, right? I mean, this was a guy that was one of the faces of NXT UK. I guess maybe once we get back to NXT Europe, he'll kind of go back over to it, maybe. But now he's on the NXT Stand and Deliver kickoff show in an 8-person tag team match with Chase University on the line. Duke Hudson's just tagged himself in. Look at the size difference between those two. Duke Hudson and Tyler Bate. Duke Hudson's a big man. Althea Hale, and in comes Ava. This is probably what everyone's interested the most in. Simone Johnson, daughter of Dwayne. Tag us right back out. Maybe not ready. Maybe not ready just yet. Ava tags right in and goes, oh, about that training. But Joe Gacy tags himself in. Nice Uranagi to Andre Chase there as well. It must be said with Joe Gacy is physically, you know. I mean, Vince McMahon, I don't know if you guys have seen this, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this, but the first images of what Vince McMahon now looks like have sort of been released today. He was on the red carpet last night at the Hall of Fame with the Hall of Fame inductees. My, oh my. See it? I cannot describe it. There were, to be fair, the descriptions are out there previously about what he looked like, saying he looked like, was it Wesley Adams from the Addams Family? Basically, dark hair and a pencil mustache. He looks bizarre. And I know this is ironic coming from me, but he looks strange. Very, very strange. Ava's in the ring, though. Big shove. Thea Hale tries to shove back. Collar and elbow tight. Oh, bang! Ava just throws her face on the floor. Duck under by Ava, though. Yeah. Oh, big knee lift by Ava. The crowd still filling up inside the, it's called the Crypto.com arena. It's the Staples Center to me. Quite. Vertical suplex, kind of. Cover. Kicks out at 2. There is no doubt that Ava is going to be incredibly green. Incredibly. And you always have to remember what you're watching. You're watching a developmental brand. Not a third brand anymore. As Ava just slams her opponent to the mat and steps over the guts. She says it's my time. One of the highlights of any NXT content for me is Booker T on commentary just going absolutely crazy. Corey says, Carmelo Hayes is most likely going to win the NXT Championship. That was my initial prediction, but then I saw that Bron Breakker's all over the NXT Battleground promotional material, so maybe he doesn't get called up. I don't know. Bobby says, plus I think Roxanne Perez will retain, but I'm tempted to pick Tiffany Stratton. Well, that looked like that was the direction that they were going in initially, wasn't it? Was Stratton versus Perez, but we're not sure. Dan Mazing is one of our members. Big up, Dan Mazing. Big supporter of the channel. Appreciate all your support, my friend. Says, don't watch NXT either. Most of my knowledge comes from videos from your channel. Should be good anyway. Yes, I think this is... I think a lot of people are in a similar situation. Harry says there was a time where people thought The Rock wouldn't live up to Rocky Johnson's career. As long as her knees hold up, she should be fine. Yeah, she's had about... Was it 3 or 4 knee surgeries? And she's in her early 20s. So... yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause too much of a problem. Then again, look, The Rock had a lot of knee surgeries, a couple in his early career too. And Harry also says, can't really dye your hair when you've been grey since the 90s. I know, it's like Vince McMahon doesn't think he's been on national television for like 20 or 30 years with grey hair. He was grey in the Attitude Era. Like, you know what I mean? And now suddenly he's got like jet black hair. And I would probably suspect that even the pencil mustache most likely has probably died as well. And it looks, I mean, the story of Vince McMahon just gets more and more bizarre. The guy is a psychopath. I mean, make no mistake. This is a guy that has got all of these accusations against him, paid all of these people off, then holds his own company to ransom. People kind of forget about that in January. Let me come back in. We don't want you to come back in. Well, I don't care, because if you don't let me come back in, I'm going to block any potential media rights negotiations. Basically, all of our programming is going to be taken off of television. You can't finalize any deal, so you're going to have to let me back in. Comes back in, 3 people resign. He brings other people onto the board so he can get all of the votes he wants to. When he shows back up, he's got dark hair and a pencil mustache, and he just thinks that's fine, that's acceptable. And I mean, let's not even get into, his shady history in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. Oh my goodness me, he's crazy. Wow. If you're a football fan, Aston Villa 1-0 up, 1-0 up against Chelsea. No surprise, Chelsea is shit. Tyler Bate, though, teeing off against members of the Schism. Against Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler, but Tyler Bate just thrown to the outside. Andre Chase now just being hammered by the former grizzled young veterans. Duke Hudson comes in. Irish whip. Breaks through the chain and a double clothesline. Been showing some sort of nefarious heelish tendencies the last few weeks. Has old Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson was doing his best Dusty Rhodes impression. It looked like that. Oof. Ava just smacked Duke Hudson in the face. That's Jagger Reed just pulls Thea Hale off Ava Raine. Thea Hale, what she's doing? Hesitated. Moonsault. Caught. Spin round. DDT. Beautiful. That is the only other thing as well. Oh. Big bicycle kick by Joe Gacy. Goes for the kick again. Tyler Bate. Oh, big left jab. He's going to go for a Tyler driver. Oh, flips him over. Goes for the lariat. Oh, handspring, clothesline. Oh, ducked. Oh, Duke Hudson absolutely, he just kicked Tyler Bates' head off. Was it an accident? Or wasn't it? Gacy gave him a little look. Here we go. Handspring. Bang! Lariat. That'll be it. 2. Oh, it's broken up by Andre Chase. I thought that was it. I like they pretend like Chase University is actually a thing as well. That is one thing that I have kind of picked up from just all of the recent NXT stuff, is that just, oh, beautiful. By the former grizzled young veterans. Beautiful. What's going on here? Thea Hale's in. Ava Rain. Oh, God. Ava just dropped on her head. You'd say slow down, calm down. Now the Schism just squaring off with Duke Hudson. I'm sensing a heel turn. I'm sensing heelish tendencies. Joe Gacy is going up to Duke Hudson. What's he doing? He's whispering in his ear. He's going to give him a shirt. Why is there a shirt in the ring? I thought there was a match going on. This is being very done. Oh, he's taking the Chase U. He's taking the Chase U shirt off. He's going to put the Schism shirt on. I got Andre Chase. Can't believe it. I mean, man, talk about overselling it. If you're going to put it on, just put it on. He's put it on. He's put it on. It fits well as well. Perfect size. Look at Andre Chase. He can't believe what he's watching. The Schism has a new member. They're all hugging him. Well, I'm sensing this is a double cross. I'm sensing a double cross. He's going to fight back. Crowd in the arena chant, you sold out. Oh, he's going to stand. He's going to turn on them. It was all part of the plan. That's why it's a university. They're genius. He rips it off. He's like a Hulk Hogan that went to university. And here we go. The brawl is on inside the ring. That was like an angle that they've built up to for weeks. Oh, a bunch of left jabs from the entirety of Chase University. Oh, I do like this. To do the stomps. You, what's that spell? That is over. Yeah? That does get a pop. Here comes Tyler Bate. Oh, dive over the top. Thea Hale. Inside the ring. Andre Chase. Oh, beautiful. Fratliner. And that's it. Chase U, they remain in control. Andre Chase retains control of Chase University. Well, that was a fun match. Welcome to JG, the latest member of the WN365 roster. Yes, you can join the WN365 roster by clicking that join button. Links in the video description as well. I've got some really, really fun things lined up for all of the members. I wanted to make sure I've got all of the things and details right before I do it. But we are going to be doing streaming, like gameplay stuff. Obviously, WWE 2K23's just come out. I was hoping that Fight Forever for the AEW game was going to come out at the same time and we were going to do something like that. But the game's been delayed because AEW's getting sued or they're in active litigation over the game, which is a bit frustrating. But still, it doesn't matter. We can still do it without it. It's fine. And some other things I wanted to do for the members too is do some like historic match watch-alongs or show watch-alongs, and I can confirm I've already spoken to a few of my friends about doing some of those historic match watch-alongs that would be available Only for members, but I think I'd do it kind of 50-50. There would be some that would be available and some, because I think everyone would want to watch that kind of stuff as well. So yes. We're going to have a lot of fun with the members. But I want to make sure that it's done right and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I also spoke to KG. I'm not going to spoil it, but I spoke to him today. We've got something really fun lined up for his channel. Because I don't think it really fit in the wrestling world. But we've got something really fun, and actually I hope quite maybe not inspiring, because that's such. But a fun watch and something really, really different that we're going to be doing on his channel as well. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, go check out KG's channel for that, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're still certainly doing that. Steffi says, I have a membership, Owen, waiting for good stuff. Indeed, you won't have to wait much longer. It bothers me that there are the members already and there isn't stuff for them. So that is going to be happening very, very soon. Don't you worry. Steffi Jenks says, so that's why you're growing out your beard mustache. No, it's not. It's not actually. There is actually a much more simple reason for that, as to I'm lazy, and basically the beard trim I have, for whatever reason, the only two things I have at the moment is either it comes off entirely or I leave it. I don't have anything at the moment to sort of shave it just a little bit less. So because of that, I've decided to grow it out. But yeah, I'm still unsure about all of this look in general. David says, I'd like to watch that for sure. Yes. I hope all of you would. It's going to be a lot of fun whenever we do that as well. It's always fun to go back and watch some amazing matches and all that kind of stuff, and some really fun shows. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yes. Todd says, fun match. You know what? It was actually. I wasn't sure what I was expecting for that Chase U match, but that was fun, as you know. And the thing is, when you've got, gimmicks that are like that, the Chase U gimmicks, it's goofy. It's not entirely believable. It's in that realm of pro wrestling that it's just like, okay, But as long as the matches don't take themselves too seriously and they're fast paced, any multi-person tag match should be fast paced because you don't need many rest stops for it. Then it was the perfect or the ideal kickoff match that for me. I think that was very well done. Bobby says, do you think that Pretty Deadly is ready for the main roster? The thing is with the Pretty Deadly gimmick, again, it's the situation at the moment with NXT is it's very gimmick heavy. Very, very gimmick heavy. And I'm one of those people that I'm not opposed to a pro wrestling gimmick because so much stuff that shouldn't be able to work can work in professional wrestling. But I don't know how that would really work on the main roster. And I don't know the longevity when it comes to it. Obviously, it's been done historically, in like the 80s. What was it? The Fantastics was a similar kind of gimmick, but I don't know if it would work. I'm not sure. Hassan says, Owen, cheers for the like last night on Twitter. That WrestleMania promo will always be the best package ever. WrestleMania 17, My Way promo. Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. It doesn't get better. There is a select few. I went down a bit of a WrestleMania promo rabbit hole last night. I was looking at that one. I was looking at Running Up That Hill. No, not Kate Bush. That's what made me laugh. Last year when Stranger Things, 4, came out, and everyone was talking about, Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush. I was thinking, Kate Bush. I know she sung the original. When I think of Running Up That Hill, I think Placebo. I think WrestleMania 26, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. That's what I think of, yeah? So, that always made me... tickled me last year, but that one is one of the best ones. Monster WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan's story is just excellent. Really, really good promo package. What other ones do I like from WrestleMania? WrestleMania 31, Bray Wyatt Undertaker. The Man Comes Around, Johnny Cash, brilliant. In recent years, they've done a good job. They always do a good job, and I hope we have a really good one this evening. I hope we get a good one this evening or tomorrow, of course, because that is what WWE is really amazing at. Here we go. Hey, what's going on here? Here comes Zoey Stark. I guess we're going to be getting the ladder match for the NXT Women's Championship, right? Here we go. Ladder match to kick off the show. Come on. Comes Zoey Stark. This build to this one is bizarre, to be honest with you, because it's Roxanne Perez. Clearly, I think the original plan was Roxanne Perez was going to face off against Tiffany Stratton at Stand and Deliver. Then there was some undisclosed issue with Roxanne Perez that didn't necessarily mean she couldn't work her match against Meiko Satomura, but meant that they had to write her off television for a couple of weeks. So they did the collapse angle, which to be fair got a ton of traction. So she collapsed in the ring. They wrote her off TV for a couple of weeks. They set up the NXT Women's Championship ladder match. Didn't actually say they vacated the championship because they didn't. Then Roxanne Perez was cleared last week, and then she had that segment with Shawn Michaels, which was, horrifically acted. It was horrible. So it's now, instead of it being for the vacant Women's Championship, it's for Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship. Very convoluted. Yes, it's very, very convoluted. But yes, the competitors are coming out. Indi Hartwell just came out. Here comes Gigi Dolin. Hassan Tariq says WrestleMania 19 rocks Austin. That was a good promo package. What's hilarious is that song is Mudrich, you're awful. That song is Limp Bizkit and it's called Crack Addict, which if you're familiar with United View is very accurate. Harry says Rock John Cena was good. The 28 one, there was two, wasn't there? There was like a Machine Gun Kelly one, Invincible with Cena, that was a good one, and there was a Flow Rider one, which I don't think was as good. But I liked the John Cena one. That was good. JG says Mania 29 Rock Cena 2. That was good. Letters from the Sky. Excellent promo package. Lilio says WrestleMania 27 with The Miz was all right. I don't know that one. I was thinking about that one. Because there's the one where, that's the one where he's like sitting in front of all of those screens, isn't it? Throughout his career. And his story, The Miz's story was great at that point. And he was. People forget how over and popular The Miz was at that point. They look at him now as this kind of utility guy, but at the same time, like back then, it wasn't inconceivable that he could main event WrestleMania. But unfortunately for him, he almost had the Chris Jericho WrestleMania 18 role, where he's in the WrestleMania main event, but it really had nothing to do with him. It was all about The Rock and John Cena. But he won, even though he doesn't remember it because he got knocked out or he got concussed with that spot off the barricade. It was crazy. Tommy says, hi, Owen. Hi, welcome. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well if you haven't already. Steffi Jenks says, oh, I thought she was injured. Read she wasn't, then she was. I was so confused. I think you were like a lot of people, Steffi. A lot of people were very confused with what Roxanne Perez's status was. And they still haven't really said actually what was wrong with her. I know in storyline they've kind of said that she was, it's like an anxiety kind of thing. But even that, they've been very vague with it. Like I said, a lot of the NXT storylines nowadays, it's not what it was. Certainly, it's not what it used to be. They can have good matches. For instance, I'm really looking forward to the North American Championship tonight. Wesley, Dragon Lee, JD McDonagh, Ilja Dragunov. That's going to be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to that. Obviously, unsanctioned match, Gargano versus Grayson Waller. NXT Championship match is going to be interesting too, even though it's weird with Bron Breakker at the moment because they keep referring to, obviously they're going to refer to him being Rick Steiner's son, but after what allegedly Rick Steiner was doing yesterday, I don't know how I feel about that. So, it's very much a strange one. But indeed, the event's just about to start. We've got this cold open with Pretty Deadly running through the card. Remember as well that we'll be doing a WrestleMania Night 1 watch-along this evening, 12:45 a.m. That's British summer time. That would be 7:45 p.m. Eastern time if you're in the United States. And then we're going to have post-show reaction to that in the same way we're going to have post-show reaction to this as well. So we got a busy day. We got a busy weekend as well. David Book says, yeah, Rick was out of line. Harry said, what did Rick Steiner do? Not seeing anything on it. I would just say go and see... I've gone blank on her name. What was her name? Giselle Shaw, that's it. Yeah, Giselle Shaw. Go to her Twitter account. Essentially, she said that she was at WrestleCon and Rick Steiner was shouting some incredibly offensive and abuseful stuff to her in public. And it's just not acceptable, really. Not acceptable at all. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know what disappointed me more. I almost, when you hear stories about the Steiners, you almost expect it from them, honestly. But I think the thing that really disturbed me the most is that allegedly it was around a lot of people and they maybe didn't stand up and say or do anything. That's the problem, really. Yeah. But here comes Tiffany Stratton. Maybe one of the favourites to win this one. It's Tiffy time in Tinseltown. But we're kicking off NXT Stand and Deliver with the NXT Women's Championship ladder match. Already in the ring, Gigi Dolin, Zoey Stark, and Indi Hartwell. There's Booker T. My favourite thing about NXT is Booker T's commentary. Booker T is probably my favourite commentator because he basically doesn't get he will just chat nonsense for however long he's on the air. He will do his shucky ducky quack quack. He will do with the greatest of ease. Here's Lyra Valkyria. Let me know what matches as well you're looking forward to this evening at WrestleMania. I think tonight, honestly, I think WrestleMania Night 1, I think it's got the better matches, honestly. Obviously, Night 2's got the biggest match, that being Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. But for me, Night 1's got the better matches. You've got Cena versus Theory. You've got the Mysterio versus Mysterio match. You've got the Tag Team Championship, and plus some other surprises. So I really think that Night 1 is the most exciting one. And here comes Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion. It must be said, the crowd isn't particularly red hot. I don't know if that's just because, it's early on in the day, maybe. But Roxanne Perez, of course, trained by Booker T. People forget with Booker T as well, as he wasn't originally supposed to be a commentator of NXT for that long. David Burke says, when is Paul versus Seth? That's this evening as well. That's what I mean. It's the better matches are tonight. I think tonight's going to be the better show. The bell rings. We're underway. And Zoey Stark tees off against Gigi Dolin. Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez face off. Lyra Valkyria grabs the ladder. So does Indi Hartwell. They kind of bounce off each other. I don't know if you guys saw the ladder match, the Reach for the Sky ladder match at Supercard of Honor last night. Shout out to Dante Martin. Oh my goodness me. What a horrific leg break. What a horrific leg break for Dante Martin. I'm talking Sid Vicious levels leg break. It's one of the most gruesome leg breaks I've ever seen in my life. For a silly spot that didn't need to be done. It was Penta doing a Canadian Destroyer off a horizontal ladder through tables that were too close to the ring. It's not the first time that's happened. The table should have been further away from the ring. Dante lands on his ankle. His ankle completely snapped in half, pointing the wrong way. It's one of the most gruesome leg breaks you'll see. It's one of those ones that if you are a football, soccer fan, you might have seen ones like that. But horrible, horrible, horrible. Roxanne Perez, tope suicida through the bottom rope. But yeah, shout out Dante Martin because it's a horrible, horrible leg break. I mean, he'll be out of action for at least a year. Oh, wow. Whoa, Roxanne Perez just ate that ladder. Tiffany Stratton with a baseball slide. Gigi Dolin, there's a chop. Forearm to the face. Another chop to Zoey Stark. Dolin shoots Stark off the ropes. Oh, nice kick to the face. It's just Stratton and Gigi Dolin in the ring. Kick to the head. And Dolin goes to the out of the ring. JG says that was awful. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And Steffi Jenks said, I wouldn't want to have watched it. No, I would. It's really, it's not for the faint-hearted. And honestly, it's one of those ones whereby when people are like sharing that clip specifically or the picture of that specifically, it's not ideal. Stratton, Hurricane Runner. Oh, kips up to Zoey Stark. Oh, she might have hurt her knee. She was limping a little bit. Big double clothesline there from Indi Hartwell. Booker T. Those champagne wishes, those caviar dreams. Oh, Indi Hartwell just takes out both Zoey Stark and Tiffany Stratton. Oh, Valkyria, bang. Valkyria. I always get that wrong. Valkyria. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. Valkyria puts the ladder in the ring. Roxanne Perez grabs it. Oh, bit of a tug of war going on here with the ladder. Oh. Roxanne Perez just pinned. Valkyria kick to the head of Roxanne Perez. Gigi Dolin's back in the ring. Oof. Valkyria. Oh, kick to the back of the shoulder. Valkyria. Oh. Suplex onto the ladder. Actually, I might do a poll. Which WrestleMania night lineup is better? Night 1 or night 2? We'll have prediction polls as well for matches that have like not a million people in them. Oof. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, here we go. She's going to go for the slingshot. Be careful. Protect your face, Indi. Oh, nice. Neck breaker by Zoey Stark off the apron. Onto Tiffany Stratton. Holding her back, though. Valkyria, she's in the middle of the ring on her own. Just climbing quickly. Crowd are chanting, this is awesome. That chant's been so watered down over the year. Not to say it's a bad match, but I don't know if it would hit the heights of awesome. Zoey Stark throws Valkyria into the corner. Oh, beautiful. Monkey flip. Lands on her feet. Climbs the ladder. Valkyria. Amazing athleticism. And Stratton's on the ladder. Stratton reminds me of like a younger Charlotte Flair. Got the same kind of physique, kind of build. I don't know if you also saw, we mentioned it in the WWE news video that I did earlier today about Charlotte Flair complaining basically that she's not the main event, which I thought was ironic. Oh, big boot by Indi Hartwell sends Zoey Stark to the floor. It's a small ladder. I don't know if that's going to be the right size, honestly. Oh, Indi Hartwell. She's got that wrestler's ladder climb. Oh, Roxanne Perez now on the back of Indi Hartwell. Tiffany Stratton, she might be nearly there. She's got her hands. Oh, nearly had it. Indi Hartwell's going to push them both off the ladder. Oh, and they're both hung up on the top rope. Tim Burr's Booker T says. This match is alright, doesn't have quite the same zing. It doesn't. I wish some of my chants would catch on, King of the Indies. She hasn't wrestled in how long? How can she main events? I don't, it was her logic. Oh! GT Dolin just threw Indi Hartwell into the ladder on the floor. The logic she was using was flawed, honestly. It was stupid when she said that. Basically, she said, oh, every time a man wins the Royal Rumble, they always main event WrestleMania 99.99% of the time. Which is just not accurate, because you look in recent years, there have been plenty of Royal Rumble winner that has not main evented WrestleMania. Oof. GT Dolin fell to her feet then. Oof. Doing the Terry Funk, swinging the ladder around on her neck. Oof. It hit Zoey Stark in the head. Oh. Oh. Roxanne Perez got hit in the back of the head by that ladder. But yeah, there have been plenty of Royal Rumble winners that haven't main evented WrestleMania. Oh, Valkyria backdropped onto the ladder in the corner. I mean, she should know. WrestleMania 35, she was in the main events with the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Becky Lynch. That year, the person who won the Royal Rumble, the Men's Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins, he opened the show. The year before, Shinsuke Nakamura, he won the Royal Rumble. Did he did he main event WrestleMania? No, he did not. The year before that, WrestleMania 33, who won the Royal Rumble? It was Randy Orton. Did he main event WrestleMania? He did not. He faced Bray Wyatt in the middle of the show. It doesn't happen every single time. It's kind of become, obvious at this point. John Cena, one of his greatest comebacks. Royal Rumble 2008. Did he main event WrestleMania? No, he did not. He didn't even win. It's, the logic that she was using was stupid. And she also tried to suggest that her story with Rhea Ripley was 3 years in the making because they faced each other at WrestleMania 36. It's not 3 years in the making because it wasn't even originally the plan. It wasn't the plan as of December. The plan was for Charlotte Flair to face Bianca Belair. So it wasn't 3 years in the making. There is no doubt in my mind that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens should, and they probably will, main event this evening because it's the better story. It's the one that's got the most momentum. Tiffany Stratton, rolling sent onto Gigi Dolin onto the ladder. That was nasty. Here's Roxanne Perez rushing leg sweep. Manages to hold on. I was going to say that's a rough bump if she takes it. Stratton just throws Roxanne Perez into the top turnbuckle. Hassan says, Owen ever consider going on Mastermind Topic Wrestling? I don't know. They'd ask some really obscure ones. I actually think my knowledge wouldn't be great. Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton both go off the ladder. I'd love to do for United View a UV mastermind where everyone's got their own topic. That would be fun. That's a members video. Bit waiting to be made, isn't it? UV mastermind. Indi Hartwell pulls Stratton down off the ladder. Does a spine buster onto the ladder, but her lower back hits the ladder. That was nasty. Referee's talking to Stratton because you want the middle of your back really to take the brunt of it, not the lower part. Well, at least they've got the right ladder in the middle of the ring now. They've got the big one. Super kick by Zoey Stark to Indi Hartwell. I remember this time last year I couldn't do a stand and deliver watch along because I think United were playing on a Saturday, so I couldn't do it. But today I can do this weekend I can do everything. I can do it all. Indi Hartwell throws Zoey Stark. Oh. Indi Hartwell's laid perfectly straight on the ladder. What she's going for. Oh, my goodness me. I don't even know what to describe that as. Zoey Stark. She's a mad woman. Springboard corkscrew kind of plancher. Amazing. Ah. Love that move by Zoey Stark. It's like a reverse go to sleep. Now Zoey Stark climbing. In her hometown, could she? She was touching the title. Roxanne Perez. Oof. Zoey Stark just kicked it right in the face. Zoey Stark once again. Look at Roxanne Perez. She's hanging. She's hanging off her leg. You're going to dislocate her leg. Oh, forearm to the chin by Roxanne Perez. Oh, and a big reverse elbow. Zoey Stark's going to go for it. Oh, no, she catches the knee. Perez, oh, spin kick to the gut. Here we go. Code red. Now in comes Stratton. Another kick to the gut. She's going to hit a code red of her own. Oh. Stratton counters. Oh, kick to the knee. She's going for here. Got to go for a power bomb. Be careful. Oh, they both went over the top rope. Oh, Roxanne Perez hung on. She hangs on. Now she's got to try and climb the ladder. Is it only going to be her left in the ring? Roxanne Perez, she's climbing up high. But she needs to go all the way up. She's got a hand on the gold. In comes Gigi Dolin. Oh. She's caught by... Oh. Gigi Dolin just... Oh. Swinging Roxanne Perez around. Her head's hitting the ladder. Oh. And now Gigi Dolin. David Book says, will the refs hold the ladder? Booker will lose his mind. So will Bully Ray. That whole holding the ladder thing is such a bizarre thing to be outraged by. They shoot around it as well. Like, a lot of the time on television, you can't see it. They shoot around it. If it's a well-produced match, they don't see the refs holding the ladder. They've done it for years. They have done that forever. It's only because now, obviously, once everyone's got their phone out at an event. Oh, Zoey Stark landed on Indi Hartwell, landed on the ladder. It's only because everyone at these events now has their phone that they can picture this stuff. Valkyria, she's climbing fast. She's got a hand on the gold. Gigi Dolin grabs the ankle. Gigi Dolin. Valkyria. Oh, she hit the back of her head. That was nasty. Valkyria's hanging upside down. She can't move. And she hit the back of her head right on one of those rungs of the ladder. Oh, she got out of it quite easy in the end. Valkyria, what? She literally, I can't get anywhere. I'm hung upside down. No, I'm fine. I'll get back up. Oh, wow. Thrown right off the top of the ladder. Valkyria. Now it's Gigi Dolin. She's up there all by herself. Is it going to be her moment? She's nearly there. Who's it? It's JC Jane. Oh, she landed around to the ladder. JC Jane, yeah, she cost her. I thought she had a separated shoulder. She's a liar. She says it's her time. Imagine she grabbed the title. Why not? See what happens. I would. Now, here come the referees. She's looking up at the ladder. She's looking up at the title. She could have taken it if she wants to. It's not about that. She's not in the match. The referee's telling her to leave. Crowd chanting, you suck. Mesh says, stupid question, but what time's WrestleMania kick off? Oh, in UK time. It's not a stupid question at all. It's a very good question, Mesh. It kicks off at 1 a.m. British Summer Time. I'm going to be live at 12:45. In comes Tiffany Stratton. She has not got this ladder in the right place. Oh, no, she's not gonna. Be careful. Oh my goodness me. She definitely broke her ribs or her back. That is unbelievable. Oh my God. That was mental. Indi Hartwell just pushed Tiffany Stratton off the top of the ladder. Stratton basically turned it into a somersault, a swanton. People didn't catch her. People did not catch her. She just landed on the outside. And then she gets up and she's holding her back on her ribs. I don't blame her. She must have broke her ribs. No way. Oh my goodness me. I'm begging someone, if you're going to do a spot like that, catch them. Wow. Well, Indi Hartwell, she can't even climb the ladder. Oh my God, it's Dexter Lumis. Her husband's here. It's Dexter Lumis. He's going to help her. Dexter, he's appearing from underneath her. He's giving the thumbs up. What is going on? Index her back. He's going to lift her up the ladder. She's going to win. It's not fair. It's not legal. He's going to grab the title. She won. Indi Hartwell won. I can't believe it. I don't think anyone would have predicted that. Indi Hartwell is the new NXT Women's Champion. Oh my goodness me. Dexter Lumis has just helped Indi Hartwell win the NXT Women's Championship. I thought it was going to be Roxanne or Tiffany Stratton. Wow, who saw that coming? My goodness me. Well, I guess Indi Hartwell's not coming up to the main roster anytime soon. Wow. Indi Hartwell is the new NXT Women's Champion thanks to Dexter Lumis. That Tiffany Stratton spot is absolutely mental. It really, that is brutal. That Tiffany Stratton spot, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Because she did not get caught at all. That was rough. But what a surprise. I don't think anyone probably saw that one coming. But you know what? I'm not against it. That's a fun finish. A fun finish, an unexpected finish. And I guess they're still married. It's still a thing. Indi Hartwell, the new NXT Women's Champion. Wow, who would have thought that was going to happen? What did you all think of that? Neo X Gray says Dexter was like to Indi. Hi, honey. He just appeared from underneath her. Starlord says, Owen, I will be with you later for Mania. Appreciate you joining me. I know a lot of people are saying that because obviously around the world it's different times, and this is a bit of an unusual time for a pay-per-view. But yes, we'll be live for what's this? Oh, it's another WrestleMania parody. This is the Top Gun one with The Miz and Maurice. Todd says 2 good matches so far. You know what? I would agree. I thought that the Chase U match was fun. Kind of predictable. They were building up to Duke Hudson turning, and then he didn't really turn in the end, but it was very obvious and predictable. That ladder match, honestly, was better than I thought that was going to be. A couple of sort of bit nasty spots where you'd go, oof, that was a bit rough. Surprising winner with Indi Hartwell. I don't think people have predicted that one. I don't know what it means for his Dexter Lumis going back to NXT, like, Johnny Gargano's. I would think, now that we know Dexter Lumis is there this evening as well, seemingly what we're going to get is Johnny Gargano win tonight, Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Indi Hartwell. They're all going to be in the ring at the same time. They're all going to pose together. That would be what I would expect, right? Well, also, what's also weird is because we have all of these adverts after these matches because it's the Peacock adverts. But over here in the UK, it's the WWE Network and there aren't adverts. So you just have to watch all of these weird videos. Mark says, will Flex or KG be joining you later? No, they will not. No, KG is He's going to be doing his own stream on his Undefeated podcast thing this evening because, of course, Anthony Joshua is fighting, so he'll be doing that. Flex, I'm not sure what Flex is doing today. He's probably resting because he's got a big week. Obviously, you've got Manchester United versus Newcastle tomorrow. Wednesday, it's Manchester United versus Brentford, and then it's Everton as well. So really busy week for United View, as always. We're just seeing some auditions. Not sure what Austin Theories is there. Bobby says overall was a great match and a great start to the show. I thought it was, I thought that was a fun match. Todd says NXT, WWE, then F1. It's a full day. Yes, it's the Australian Grand Prix. I think that's like 6 o'clock in the morning over here. And there is him, Carmelo Hayes. Bron Breakker arrives as well. Looks like it's going to be NXT Tag Team Championship time. Out come the Creed brothers, one of my favorite tag teams in the in NXT. I'm a fan of the Creeds. Oh, look at Bayern Munich beating Borussia Dortmund 3-0. That's terrible. Goalkeeper missed the ball. That is unbelievable. I can't believe he's done it. In come the Creeds. Look at that. Look at all of the signs for the Creeds. It's Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier's in the ring. Former UFC heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier is in the ring. In the ring, he's ringside, excuse me. Right, who leaves as tag team champions? The Creed brothers, the family, or Gallus. Again, this is another example of NXT being very gimmick heavy at the moment. Not to say it doesn't work, because it does, but at the same time, that's what NXT is nowadays. It's very gimmick heavy. NXT 2.0 was frankly unwatchable at times, honestly. I would hope maybe the Creeds win, because I'm a big fan of the Creed brothers. But now that we already had a title change in the first match, are we going to have one in the second one? That would be somewhat surprising. No, there are Gallus. No, they're not going to down the drink. What was that intro? That was such a. They were just in the bar, turning saying no, we shouldn't drink before we defend the tag team championships, and slid the beer. How many times do you reckon they got that one wrong and spilt beer all over the camera? Gallus shouting at the cameraman, telling him to move his feet. Polder's in the chat as well. At the moment, no one thinks the Creed's going to win. Now, I don't know what kind of rules they're going to have, because sometimes in these tag team matches, or triple threat tag team matches, they can have 3 in the ring at the same time, or they can just have two people in the ring at the same time. So it's just like we're going to have 3 people in the ring all at once. They're going to have those kind of rules, which I don't like. Oh, forearm. Oof. Beautiful drop kick. Yeah, Chelsea indeed are losing against Aston Villa. They're properly mid-table. Like, they're comfortably 10th. And FFP, they're a shambles. They really are. How does Graham Potter actually still have a job? How can anyone say that he's doing a good job at this point? When did he become the manager? Was it like September? Something like that? It's April. They're 10th. They're losing at home to Aston Villa. They don't win football matches. Like that, they don't. Inside cradle. Oh, look at this. Look at the strength. Julius Creed. Oh, my goodness me. This is the thing with the Creed brothers. They're not, oh, my God. Tony D'Angelo's took Julius Creed's head off. Kick to the gut. Beautiful butterfly suplex by Tony D'Angelo. A beautiful X-Plex. Oh, hip toss. Putting Stacks into the corner. Oh, nice. There's a backdrop into a neck breaker by the family, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. Chanting Stacks Lorenzo. Look at this. Oh. It was like a X-Plex, but a little bit different. Oh, look at that. Brutus just jumps on the outside of the ring. Oh, forearm to the face. Look at the strength, man. Brutus. Oh, he landed on his knee. That was nasty. Look at DC. DC with the Creeds. Oof. Alba to the chin. Okay, gut-wrench suplex by Brutus. Mark Coffey. Oof. Wolfgang's on the outside of the ring, so I don't know if he's still holding his knee. Brutus going to the top rope. Oh, lands on his feet. Oh, knee to the gut. A shot to the chest by Coffey there. And Chelsea are actually rubbish. They're actually terrible. Oh, nice. Double Uranagi by Gallus. Wolfgang's definitely walking around a bit gingerly, shall we say. Scoop slam. Kick out by D'Angelo at 1. Oof. Uppercut right to the jaw. Maybe if you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. We're going to be doing a WrestleMania watch-along this evening. Plus a post-show reaction. In comes Julius Creed. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. God, kip up. That's the thing with the Creed brothers. They are just freak athletes, honestly. Another one. Trap down belly-to-belly suplex. And another. Oh, this time to Tony D'Angelo. Here we go. Oh, he keeps going. And he keeps nipping up. This guy is a freak athlete. Julius Creed. In comes Stacks. Oof. Decided not to hit the ropes. Decided just to... Oh, springboard. Oh. What was that? He kind of took out Wolfgang and then tried to hit a clothesline on Julius. Oh, double foot stomp to the back. Oh, he missed. Oh, just sends Brutus into the steps. Crossbody onto Julius Creed. Kicks out at 2. Probably my first of many energy drinks this evening. What is this? Mark Coffey's got... No way. He won't be able to do it. Look at the strength. There's no way he'd do it. Julius Creed. Oh, what happened? They kind of messed it up, but Brutus missed. So they were going to try and do like a double doomsday device. Somehow, Julius Creed had both Mark Coffey and Stacks on his shoulders, but Brutus missed. He was meant to knock him off, but he missed. Oof. Big clothesline by Julius Creed. Mark Coffey's down. Mark Coffey just... Julius Creed just went after Mark Coffey, and the ref just told him basically to go away. So it looks like Mark Coffey might actually be hurt. Again, there was... I feel like something went wrong there. Oh, beautiful inverted Fisherman's Buster by Tony D'Angelo. Beautiful Uranagi by Tony D'Angelo. Put Stacks on there. These not sponsored, but these monsters are great, by the way. I have these like one a day, usually before I do my workout. They're like 0 sugar and low calories as well. Give you that nice like caffeine boost. They're excellent. I don't have the Carabaos. The Carabaos they were quite high like calories and sugar and all that kind of stuff. But the monsters they're not too bad. And I'm a bit of a caffeine fiend anyway. Oh, knee to the head. There he is. Look at him. He's back. Gallus retain. And he got the badge in as well. Joe Coffey's back. Someone asked earlier, where's Joe Coffey? He's right there. Gallus retain. Look at this. Diving headbutt by Stacks. He thought he had it won. And there he is. Joe Coffey. Bang. Tony D'Angelo takes the bullet. And Gallus retain. Aston Villa are 2-up. Man, look at Aston Villa. And look at Chelsea. They're such a disgrace. But Gallus retained their NXT Tag Team Championships. It was a great goal as well, wasn't it? It really was. John McGee's got so much time. Mudrick can't get out to him. Brilliant. Chelsea are actually screwed. And this is what I've been saying for a long time is people talk about, oh, look at Todd. Todd means business. Todd means no business whatsoever. He's just spent a ton of money. They're in massive FFP trouble. They are comfortably mid-table. They are poor. And it just goes to show it's not about, buying all these people. It's about strategy. It's a promo package for Cora Jade. She's actually dealing with an injury at the moment. Showing when she turned on Roxanne Perez. The funniest thing about when she turned on Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, is that she went to hit her with the skateboard and it broke in half before she actually hit her in the back. But yeah, she's currently out of action with an injury. Not knowing what injury it is, but she's out of action. Mickey says, who won the ladder match? Indi Hartwell won the ladder match. New women's champion. Thanks to an assist from Dexter Loomis. Index. That's what's hilarious as well. Since Ollie Watkins' first goal, one shot, one on target, the goal. 25% possession. The thing is, that's what Graham Potter did. That's what Graham Potter did at Brighton. That Brighton team under Graham Potter would have one of the highest XGs in the league. They'd be dominating possession, but they wouldn't win games. There is no difference between Graham Potter's Brighton and Graham Potter's Chelsea. Brighton are almost better off without him. De Zerbi's an excellent manager. Remember, if you are new, to be sure to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, WrestleMania this evening. WrestleMania Night 1. WrestleMania Night 2 tomorrow. I'm really interested to see, again, what the reaction is going to be when Bron Breakker shows up this evening and wrestles, because this crowd that will be there, that is there, at the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, they'll be a smart crowd, so they'll be more than aware of what's happened in regards to Rick Steiner over the weekend. And it's not Bron Breakker's fault. It's not. And to be honest, it shouldn't be taken out on him, but wrestling fans are what they are. It's pretty deadly. Look at those glasses. Pretty deadly. They're outside Bron Breakker's locker room. I'm not sure what reaction he's going to get. I'm going to try and interview Bron Breakker, I guess. They both don't want to knock on the door. Well, they're not going to interview him, I guess. So what was the entire point of that backstage segment? The point of that backstage segment is Pretty Deadly are standing outside Bron Breakker's dressing room. They don't want to interview him, so they're not going to. Arguably, what I think is going to be the match of the evening is next, the North American Championship. This is going to be special. You got Wesley, Dragon Lee, Ilja Dragunov, JD McDonagh, and Axiom. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be the show stealer. I have no doubt about it. They can't get that as a penalty, can they? In the Chelsea game, they're looking at a penalty. Big fan of Wesley, though. Was a fan of his all the way back. I think check completed. Good. I was a fan of his going all the way back to his days in Impact with the Rascals. Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz. Dragon Lee, by all accounts, is on a massive contract as well. A big, big contract for NXT standards. Maybe not on main roster money, but he's on more than NXT money at the moment. But Wesley's incredible. Dragon Lee, big fan of his. Haven't seen a ton of his work. Obviously, saw him when he was on Dynamite that time, when he competed with Roosh and Andrade out Idolo. Both AEW and WWE wanted him. His brother, Roosh, decided to sign with AEW. He decided to sign with WWE. And the general consensus is that in a year's time, we'll see who's where. At the moment, Roosh is making a lot more money than Dragon Lee. But in a year's time, if Dragon Lee's on the main roster, he could be making more money than Roosh. But you've got 5 people in this one that are all, I guess, well known for being excellent workers. So this should be. I would think it's going to be quick. I would think it's going to be high paced, energetic. Let's go. Here comes Ilja Dragunov. I know I might be sounding like I'm complaining quite a bit, but I'm not a fan of the WWE stage, because if you're not watching this, they've just got the same staging that they had last night at the at SmackDown and the Hall of Fame. Just that big giant video screen. It's just so uninspired, isn't it? I long for the day, like back in the day. Everything had its own custom set. SmackDown had the fist. Raw had the giant screen, but a stage that actually worked. Even ECW had the hole in the brick wall. And then pay-per-views had their own custom sets. And just the giant video wall. It's just easy, isn't it? It's just easy. It's boring. But there's Dragunov. Who's coming next? It's Axiom, who looks very Power Ranger-esque. And that camera angle is crazy, isn't it? Is this meant to give the impression that he's super, super fast? They definitely just decided with Axiom they want him to be a Power Ranger. Is even, I mean... Harry says 2002 had different sets every pay-per-view. King of the Indi says custom sets for the win. That was it. You know what I mean? You expected it. Custom sets, even in the HD era, for a brief period of time, we had custom sets. And it was even really impressive what they could do with the custom sets, with the LED lights and all that kind of stuff. There's just something about physical... not everything has to be virtual, is there? In Backlash, you had the hanging things. Judgment Day. What did you have with Judgment Day? The Judgment Day set. There's quite a few different ones with the Judgment Day set, actually. JD McDonagh coming out. Steve Mullen says, just started watching. Who's won so far? Well, we've got a new NXT Women's Champion in Indi Hartwell. Gallus retained the NXT Tag Team Championships. If you missed the kickoff show, Chase U are still in charge of Chase U. They won their match against the Schism. And now we have the NXT North American Championship on the line. Harry says that TLC 2010 set were good. Yeah, that was just basically a million TLC. There's a million ladders, million chairs, million tables. Like I said, for a brief period of time in the sort of 2000s, in the sort of when it got to the PG era, they did do the custom sets, and it was really well done. Great American Bash set was good. The SummerSlam sets were always great with either the two S's. Here he comes. Here comes Dragon Lee. See what his entrance is going to be. Oh, he's got. Is this a slow-mo thing? Is he ripping off John Morrison? Or is he just normal speed? Oh, he's normal speed, I think. I don't know. Oh, he's slow motion. That. Yeah. The entrance is. Oh, they're doing something different. What's going on with this entrance, man? It's not working. Whatever they were trying, it didn't work. Wow. That's unfortunate. I feel bad for him there. They clearly had a special entrance for him, and either the camera started bugging out or something like that. They tried to play some like video of him. That didn't work either. But it'll deliver in the ring, but they kind of just completely botched his entrance. That's a shame. And here comes Wesley. Wesley jumping out. Hassan says, your thoughts on the WWF versus WCW Survivor Series match, winner takes all? It was a good match. It's just a shame the storyline, the invasion thing was just a mess, wasn't it? It really was. Could have and maybe should have been done so much better. David Burke says Halloween Havoc was great from the WCW days. Indeed, the giant pumpkin with the demon behind it, going like this. I was a big fan of that. Mark Riley says Invasion 2001 set was great. That was cool because you had the two different sides. You had the WWE side, and then you had the Alliance side, and they had the two entrance ramps that kind of went like that. And there was one, I forget who it is. Someone nearly fell into the gap. They were saved. Look at Graham Potter trying to clap his Chelsea side. You're 2-0 down at home, man. But Wesley's in the middle of the ring by himself. And each four corner, there's a challenger. I'm going with Wesley to retain here. What do you guys say? And if you haven't already, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Oh! Dragon Lee with just a big right hand to JD McDonagh. Right, you've got Wesley, you've got Dragon Lee, and you've got Axiom now in the ring. Oh, Axiom. Oh, it's going to be difficult to call any of this kind of stuff. This is nuts. Dragon Lee just jumps over. Oh, Axiom. Just kick Dragon Lee in the face. Duck under, hits the ropes. Oh! That's a way to dislocate your shoulder or tear your pec. Look at these chops. Dragunov just chopping the hell out of Axiom. Booker T. Put some hot sauce on that Vic. And there you go. There's Ilja Dragunov and JD McDonagh facing off in the middle of the ring. Chris says, is this on TV? Can't find it. Well, it depends where you are in the world, Chris. Obviously, in the United States, it's on Peacock. Around the world, it's on the WWE Network. Or it could be on your local provider. If you're over here in the UK, I think it's on maybe BT Sport Box Office, I think, maybe. It might actually be on BT. I don't know. I'd be surprised if it was. No, it's not. It'd probably be on BT Box Office. But yeah, it's WWE Network or Peacock, depending where you are. We're so lucky over here in the UK that we still have the WWE Network because, by all accounts, Peacock is a mess. Like, it is a proper mess. Oh, Dragon Lee, big drop kick to the head of JD McDonagh. Oh, right on the chin. of Ilja Dragunov by Dragon Lee. Pushes Wesley off the apron. And there's Dragon Lee and Axiom. This could be quite entertaining. Axiom, Dragon Lee. Oof. Both tried a drop kick. I think Dragon Lee got maybe the upper hand on that one. What's Dragon Lee planning here? Hits the ropes. Dive over the top rope. Lands on his feet. See, that's how you catch someone. They should. The people in the women's ladder match earlier on should take a look at that's how you catch someone from the ring. Dan Mazing, one of our members, big up Dan Mazing, says, do you think WrestleMania will ever come to the UK? The rise of foreign premium live events gives me hope, but maybe time zone's the main issue. Previously, I would have said absolutely no way, but now I think anything's possible. Look, Money in the Bank's a really big event. The fact that that's coming to the UK is huge. We know WrestleMania's in Philadelphia next year, so it's not going to be next year, but in the future, as long as they stay on Peacock, anything's possible because it doesn't matter. That's why we're seeing foreign premium live events now, because they don't have to worry about a buy rate. They don't have to worry about people buying the pay-per-view or anything like that. They've already got the money from NBC Universal because they paid them the money to license the WWE Network on Peacock. So it's absolutely possible in the future. 100% entirely possible. Oh, that was a bit rough from Ilja Dragunov. Face first into the turnbuckle. A big running knee by Wesley. Some would call it a V-trigger. Oh, he missed. Oh, did he land on his feet? I think he was meant to land on his feet. Wesley dived out the ring. McDonagh thought he wiped him out. Oof. Kick to the chest. Oof. Axiom, shoulder to the gut. Gonna go to the top rope. Oof. Beautiful uppercut by Wesley. Sends Axiom to the outside. McDonagh just smashes him from behind. Kervin says, WrestleMania 39 kickoff show. Both showcase matches need to be night 1 and night 2 because too much talking. I don't think any match is going to be on the kickoff show as far as I'm aware. I think, they're called... It's funny because with both of those showcase tag team matches, had they taken place under the Vince McMahon regime, I think a lot of people would have said, that's dumb, it makes no sense. Those matches are dumb, they make no sense. They've got no stakes, at all. So I don't know. They're doing it for the sake of getting people on the card, I guess. The minimum they could have done is made them number 1 contender matches. They still might, but, running out of time, really. Oh, chop by J.D. McDonagh to the chest of Wesley. Oh, what was that? J.D. McDonagh did a bit of a Shawn Michaels. I just completely no-sold it, though. Got back up and kicked him in the face. A beautiful acai moonsault by J.D. McDonagh. Mark says, Owen, do you think Conan will turn heel on Rey in his match against Dominic? I don't think so. I think if there was a chance for someone to turn heel, it might be Santos Escobar. And they might do I love that move. Sort of throw up Saito suplex from J.D. McDonagh. Oh, Ilja Dragunov stopped the referee counting it. Instead of breaking up the pinfall, instead he just stopped the referee's hand. That was good. Ilja Dragunov just going head to head with J.D. McDonagh. I'm not sure what's going on now. So I guess J.D. McDonagh's... he was surrounded. He gets drop kicked. Oh, beautiful German suplex by Dragunov. Oh, Ilja Dragunov has busted himself open. He headbutted JD McDonagh, and he's done a Goldberg where he's headbutted someone and he's busted himself open. Yeah, going back to the Mysterio one, I think the only person that could turn on him might be Santos Escobar. They did a whole LWO thing last night on SmackDown. The Latino World Order is now back, if you're a WCW historian. Maybe it's a thing where Legado turned on Ray, and Dominic's the leader of the LWO, even though he's in the Judgment Day. I'm not sure how that would work, particularly. Oh, wow. Beautiful jumping kick by Dragunov. Axiom. Oof. Step up Inseguri. Yeah, Dragunov's going crazy. He's got blood trickling down from his head. Referee needs to put the gloves on. Oh, wow. German suplex by Dragunov. Turns Wesley inside out. Lands on his stomach. Look at Dragunov. Oh, a 619 Constantine special lariat. Turning Axiom inside out. Look at this. Bang. Running knee in the corner. Hits Dragon Lee in the chin. Oof. Ooh. Kick to the head. Oh. That chop was unbelievable. Sneeze. Dragunov goes to the top. What's he planning here? Oh, jumping senton from the top rope. Lands right on the midsection of Wesley. Off. Axiom with a drop kick. Oh, look at that. Beautiful moonsault by Axiom to the outside. Look at that. Dragon Lee's now going up to the top. Oof. They're planning some kind of big spot here. Something crazy's about to happen, I think. Oh, Wesley slipped. He went for the headbutt and he slipped. Dragon Lee, double foot stomp. Oh, he landed on the apron. That was nasty. I think he might have hurt his knee. Dragon Lee goes for a double foot stomp. Lands on the chest of Wesley. Oof. Man. That was nasty. Crowd are chanting, this is awesome. Certainly a frenetic match. Fast paced. I thought Villa had scored again there for a second. Axiom. Hurricane Runner. Oh, it actually turned it into a DDT onto Ilja Dragunov. Oh, Dragunov's going to throw up. He's going to vomit. What was that? Oh, double Northern Light suplex. Oh, kick to the head of JD McDonagh. Schoolboy. Oh, just rolled back through. What's going on here? Oh, so he turned it into... He's going to turn it into a submission. Dragunov rolls through. He's going to go for an ankle lock. Oh, it's more of a heel hook, actually. Oh, kick to the chest by JD McDonagh. And more just kicks to the head. Oof, they're nasty. Axiom kick up. Oh, jumping super kick right to the chin. And now Axiom's going to go back into the submission, seemingly. He's trying to lock in a submission. Axiom's he's just shrugging. What have we got here? Well, there's a submission by Dragunov. There's a submission by Axiom. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. Well, Ilja Dragunov and JD McDonagh are fighting each other whilst both technically being in submissions. That was crazy. Now what's going on here? Oh, now Dragon Lee's got some kind of reverse choke on. Ilja Dragunov. Oh. Who's pinned? Oh, and Wesley breaks up. I mean, even if he got the 3, who would have won that? Would have been Dragunov, I guess. Either way, Wesley from the top rope. Shades of AJ Styles with the spiral tap. What a crazy match. It must be said, is it just me or was the crowd somewhat quiet when there was a NXT chant? Now they're chanting Fight Forever, but they're not the most sort of raucous, rowdy crowd. What's going on here? Oh my goodness me. Axiom just kicked Wesley's head off. He did like a handspring kind of backflip, and Axiom just kicked his head off. That's one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my life. Oh, snap German suplex by Dragon Lee. Knees by Ilja Dragunov. Oh, wow. Ilja Dragunov just kneed Dragon Lee right in the chest. I want to see a replay of Wesley getting his head kick off. And Wesley breaks it up. Oh, what was that? He didn't quite get all of it. I think it was meant to be knees to the chest by Wesley. Oh, and Dragunov kicks out. Look at this. Yeah, it was that double. Oh, my God. Axiom kicked him square in the face. Wow. Step up, went for a Hurricane Runner, did Wesley. Beautiful sit-out powerbomb by Dragon Lee. Ooh, that was close. Dan Mason says, yeah, crowd's a bit dry. Probably aren't NXT watchers and I've landed combo tickets for Mania weekend. Nothing like some of the takeover matches I've watched a few years back. I think you're probably spot on, honestly, there, Dan Mason. I think that's exactly it. I think what we're really seeing is, like you said, people that have bought combo tickets for one of the nights of WrestleMania, like or both nights of WrestleMania, plus you can watch Takeover, or maybe you can watch Takeover, Raw, and NXT, something like that. And like you said, not totally familiar with the talent and the storylines. Good matches, just not this is probably what you see when you're not massively emotionally invested. I think that's probably the thing there. I agree. And to be honest, that's really the only way that NXT at this stage in the brand's life cycle is going to sell out. Oof. It's going to sell out the Staples Center. 2. Ooh, kicks out. They're only going to sell out or get a big crowd by combo tickets. Look at this. Amazing. Axiom. Springboard off the top rope into a DDT. Thing is, Axiom on the main roster, assuming that he gets there, it would surely, if WWE was smart, they can make a lot of money because he's an action figure. He literally is. He is an action figure. He's got the masks. You know, all of his moves are high flying moves. Oh my goodness me. Dragon Lee Hurricane Runner off the apron. And Dragunov boot to the face of Axiom. Oh, look at this. Dragunov. Can he do it? Beautiful. Inside out. Superplex, shades of Cesaro. Dragunov, oof. Look, he's just falling asleep. That might be it. Oh. Wesley breaks out with his head. He rolled him off with his head. Certainly spots galore, no doubt about that. So Yanda says he'd become redundant like Mustafa Ali on the main roster. That would be, I mean, I was kind of thinking something somewhat similar when I said it. That if that's why I said if WWE was smart. But I don't know. I mean, they've tried to find the next Rey Mysterio 10 million times. I mean, Rey Mysterio even left the company and came back, and they still couldn't find the next Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? Oh, Wesley kick to the chest. Dragon Lee kick to the jaw. Chops by Dragunov. Oh, kick to the jaw. And another chop. Oof. Oh, Dragunov's woken up. Chop to Dragon Lee. Oh, kick to the... Oh, my God. What did Wesley do? He kicked him and then he just landed on his neck. Oh, beautiful lariat by Dragunov. Turns Dragon Lee inside out. This match is beginning to cook. I said I felt this would probably be the match of the night. If you're backstage, you're Bron Breakker and you're Carmelo Hayes, or you're Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller. Oh, look at this. Oh, what was that? Cardiac kick. I think that was it. 2, 3, and Wesley gets the victory. Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. Wesley retains. Interesting, really, that you could argue that Ilja Dragunov had Dragon Lee beat in his debut match. But Wesley retains. Still the NXT North American champion, Wesley. Match of the night, easy so far. Again, going to be very, very, very difficult to beat this one. What a match. But there's still a lot of directions they can go out of this, can't there? They can do Wesley versus Dragon Lee. I think Wesley versus Ilja Dragunov. Maybe they're going to do more of Dragunov and Dragon Lee. But some of the spots are absolutely incredible in this one. But as one would expect, 5-way match, spot after spot after spot after spot. Excellent match. A lot of false finishes. Maybe for some, they would say maybe too many. But to be honest, the one that was highlighted the most as you're going through this, this highlight package at the end of the match, despite the one being pinned, was Ilja Dragunov. You could argue that actually this was all highlighted. It all highlighted Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov was the one to me that probably stood out the most in this. And he's the one sitting in the corner. There you can see, look, the camera focuses on him. Wesley is still the North American champion, but really, I think the star of that was Ilja Dragunov. Clearly, they've got plans for him moving forward. But there you go, Wesley, still the NXT North American champion. If you haven't already, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Let's do a subscriber check. What are we on? We are on 10,422. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As I mentioned, I will be live this evening for WrestleMania Night 1, plus the post-show. We are going to be live actually after this as well for a post-show for NXT Stand and Deliver. Again, assuming it doesn't go on too long. So I do want to make sure I do get some rest, protect my voice this evening. They're showing a video package for Rhea Ripley. Of course, she challenges for the SmackDown Women's Championship tonight at WrestleMania. Certainly the women's match that has the most, it's probably had the best build, but that's not really saying much because both of the women's championship matches have been, they've just been nothing. They've been absolutely nothing in terms of importance or build. The Raw Women's Championship match build has been bizarre. This one, it's just been cold. No one cares. That's the difference, isn't it? No one cares with this Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley match. It's just no one really cares. Charlotte Flair cannot be a babyface as well. She is a terrible babyface. They've tried it a bunch of times to make her a babyface. She just cannot do it. There is something about her that is innately hateable. She even tried. She did a promo on SmackDown, not last night, but the week prior, that was meant to be a babyface promo, and she came off totally as a heel. She told the crowd to, like, shut up and all that. I was like, wait a minute, this is you being a babyface? Being unlikable? But I think tonight's all about Rhea. I think Rhea will win. She should win. But that is not a given, because there have been quite a few Women's Championship matches at WrestleMania that the opponent should have won, and Charlotte Flair ends up winning because it's Charlotte Flair in WWE. I mean, we even need to say Asuka at WrestleMania 34. Why Charlotte Flair won that match today, I still don't know. I don't know. But she, had to win. Why Charlotte Flair was in the WrestleMania 35 main event when nobody wanted her in there. Like, nobody. It wasn't because the match needed it. Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch, who was the most over star in WWE, male or female at the time. That was the match people wanted. Somehow Charlotte Flair was involved in that. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's Charlotte Flair. She's got to be involved in stuff. Are we going to get another one of these pretty deadly things where they're not going to knock on someone's locker room door? Maybe Trick Williams they'll speak to. So they're outside of Carmelo Hayes' dressing room. Adrian says, 100% agree, Owen. My only investment in Rhea's match is because Charlotte beat her for the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania. I think the investment in that match is just, you hope that Rhea wins. That's about it. But there is no real, care about it. Certainly not enough to make it a main event of WrestleMania. I'm 100% all for having the women in the main event. They should be in the main event. And we have seen that in recent years. Not last year, but we saw it with WrestleMania 35, where the women should have been in the main event. Charlotte Flair shouldn't have, but that main event had to have Becky Lynch in it. WrestleMania 37, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks absolutely deserved to be in the main event, and they delivered more so. It was a brilliant main event. But last year, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey didn't have any business being in the main event. The build to it, again, was ice cold. This year, again, none of the Raw Women's Championship match or the SmackDown Women's Championship match, they don't deserve to be in that spot because it hasn't been good enough. Now, I do agree with maybe what Charlotte's implying, where she says that, well, the writing's not good, the creative's not good, and that is true. I would say that is something that you could criticize Triple H's regime for, is his handling of the women's division. And just really hasn't actually been good enough, which is surprising because obviously he was there in NXT. He was spearheading the women's evolution and revolution with the 4 horsewomen and having amazing women's matches in NXT. But the booking of the women's division since he came to power has just been off, really off and bizarre. And I can't really explain it. Well, it looks like we're going to get the unsanctioned match next. It looks like we're going to get Grayson Waller versus Johnny Gargano. So we are rapidly getting through these matches, aren't we? Imagine if Shawn Michaels actually faced Grayson Waller at Stand and Deliver. Look at Chelsea. Who do we think is going to win this one? And I can put a poll in the chat. Who wins this match? Johnny Gargano, Grayson Waller. Graham Potter needs to get set. I mean, like again, how he has a job, I do not understand. You cannot even talk about, oh, you know, he's building. What? There is no evidence that whatever he's building is working. Even Mikel Arteta, in his first few days, there was evidence. There was evidence that stuff was working. There is no evidence that anything is working at Chelsea at all. Not at all. I guess it's because they're still in the Champions League, but not for long. Let's be honest, not for long at all. Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller when they were brawling outside Johnny's house. They got the Venom music. I'm a fan. That's why when Eric Ten Hag said, I'm not a Harry Potter, I was like, I'm good, glad. I don't want you to have the last name Potter, because the other person with the last name Potter in the Premier League ain't doing too great. The irony is, as well, is I would feel like De Zerbi, if he went from Brighton to Chelsea, he'd probably do a better job. Legitimately, I think he would. I feel like he would do a better job at Chelsea than Graham Potter. It's remarkable. Dan Mason says, still shocked by how bad they're doing. I think he's a good manager. However, spending that much makes it inexcusable. I agree. I don't think he's a bad manager. I just don't think he's maybe what Chelsea thought he was, you know? Todd says the only Chelsea I like is Chelsea Green. Wow, I don't blame you. I look at Grayson Waller. He's on Instagram Live. And he's screaming at Shawn Michaels and Matt Bloom. He's coming out and he's still on Instagram. Look at him. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, he's on a bit of a delay. I get it, right? I was going to say, like, he's actually... what was actually in the corner of the screen was not reflective of what? There's a bit of a delay, obviously. Well, Candice LeRae and Quill Gargano, they're ringside. It takes a while for it to catch up. There he is. Look at that, Grayson Waller. What an entrance. Phone's down in the ring. They can leave the IG live feed now, I think. I hope they have Johnny Gargano's old music. The new version of Rebel Heart is not for me. At all. The thing is, as well, with Johnny Gargano being back and being Mr. NXT and all that kind of stuff, it's great, but it just reminds you how good NXT used to be. Because they show all these clips of him facing off against Tommaso Ciampa and all this kind of stuff, and his amazing matches he had with like Adam Cole and whatever. And you go, oh yeah, NXT used to be great. And, you know, the black and gold era used to be awesome. I mean, it got to the point, didn't it, where every time there was a takeover, the weekends, a pay-per-view weekend, it used to be the best show. They used to always say the main roster can't follow it. Yeah, it's got the new version. Not a fan, but here he comes. I mean, and what's crazy as well is that this is better than anything he would be doing WrestleMania weekend as well. Which it's funny because, you know, when all of these people returned to WWE last year, it was, Triple H is bringing them back, he's bringing them back, look, and they'd be doing terrible in AEW, and they might be. But there is a group of people that were brought back by WWE that you could argue that they're not really any better off than they would have been in probably an AEW, really. They've been getting paid more. Oh my goodness, kick to the face. No walls. Oh, tope suicida. Gargano landed on the floor. That was nasty. Grayson Waller tried to sneak up on Gargano with a chair. Oh my goodness me. He's just taking out Booker T. Booker's on the floor. Book, get angry. Get up, Booker T. He saw the sneak attack coming. What's Gargano looking to do? Oh, did he bite him? I think he bit him. Booker T's on the floor. And Grayson Waller's shouting at Vic Joseph. Booker's annoyed. Oh my goodness me. Johnny Gargano jumped over the announce table. Vic Joseph asks Booker T, you alright, bro? No, I'm not. No. Booker T's pissed off. Booker doesn't like getting knocked down. Gargano, trash cans in the ring. Kendo stick too. Both landed on Grayson Waller there. Steel chair also put in the squared circle by the former NXT champion. Oh, beautiful slingshot spear by Gargano. Trash can off the back of Grayson Waller. Look at that right hand forearm. Oh, clothesline over the top. Oof. Grayson Waller nearly hit his head on the floor. That was nasty. Gargano's thinking. Oh, wow. What was that? It was a trash can lid. Johnny Gargano went for a tope suicida, and Grayson Waller just smashed him in the face with a trash can lid. My goodness. Now Waller, steel chair right to the chest. What is Grayson Waller thinking here? Candice LeRae, she's ringside. She's got her and Johnny's child in her arms. Bear in mind, we do know that Dexter Lumis is here. Indi Hartwell, she's the NXT Women's Champion. What's Grayson Waller going to do here? Waller's got Gargano up on his shoulder. Look at those chairs. The chairs are positioned. Ooh, there's a bed of chairs. Something crazy is about to happen. A trash can's also wedged in the opposite corner. Dive into the ring. Oh. There we go. I'll go for Hurricane Runner blocked. Oh, buckle bomb. And Gargano's back actually went into a trash can wedged in the corner. Booker T and Vic Joseph, they're getting their table fixed at the moment. You can see all of the production staff trying to put it together. Oh, Grayson Waller was looking to throw Gargano over the top rope onto that bed of chairs. There's that kick by Gargano. He realizes the chairs are there. He's thinking about a suplex. Oh my goodness me. That didn't go right. They just about pulled it off. Johnny Gargano has just suplexed Grayson Waller from the inside of the ring to the outside. But Grayson Waller didn't rotate enough. Oh, he didn't stick his legs out enough, and he kind of just nearly fell on his neck and his head. That was scary. Really, really scary. That could have and nearly went really, really wrong. Whoa. I think they're both fine. The referee's checking in on both of them. They look to be both fine, but wow. Scary. Fortunately, I think they've both just managed to get away with it. Now Gargano's looking under the ring once again for something. And here we go. The crowd asked for it, and Johnny Gargano is a man of the people. He's going to deliver. He's got the table out. But after this, we've only got 2 more matches actually left after this. We've got this match, of course. Then we've got the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match, followed by the NXT Championship match itself. So, crowd chanting Johnny Table. I'm sure Grayson Waller's got to be having a bit of a sore lower back after that table chair spot, rather. That was nuts. Oof. Another forearm by Grayson Waller. Hits the rope. Oh, wow. Johnny Gargano went for that slingshot spear and just a jumping knee right to the face. The official checking in on Gargano. Oof. That was nuts. Oh, look at Grayson Waller. He's going to do a Shawn Michaels S. He's going to do a Sweet Chin Music. Look at this. Sweet Chin. Oh, blocked by Gargano. Oof. Forearm. Oh, jumping knee. Step up in Seguri as well. Oh, rolling forearm. Nice. And Gargano goes to the outside of the ring. Waller hits the ropes, slides under. Oh, and what he hit his arm. Right to the hand. Oh, Gargano. Oh, was that a destroyer? I think it was on the outside of the ring. And there's Candice LeRae at ringside. Gargano looks to be a bit in pain. Gargano, the wheels are turning in his head. Don't know what he's thinking of. Oof. Great. Booker T. Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller. Oh, look at Grayson Waller. Beautiful. Roll through stunner. That was nice. Oh, he's going to put him through the table. Grayson Waller. Power bomb through the table. Johnny Gargano. There you go. You got to get him back in the ring. Pinfalls only count inside the squared circle, though. Gets Gargano in. Cover. Oh, and Gargano kicks out. They keep cutting to Candice LeRae at ringside. So clearly we're going to get, I think that would be part of the finish maybe. I don't know. Grayson Waller maybe shouts at Candice LeRae or something like that. Maybe. Oof. Look at the shots to the face by Waller. Booker T. Taking this kid to the woodshed, Vic. Oh, forearm to the face once again by Gargano. Wow. Side slam through the chair. Referee. Count of 2.5. have another look at this. Bang. Oof. I hate those chair spots. They just look painful. They always look painful. Oh, kendo stick shot to the back. Oof, another one. There you go, Grayson Waller already looking at Candice LeRae, like I said. Booker T. Quill won't remember anyone, so that's a good thing. It's not as if Booker, it's not going to exist. Don't let the baby see this. Oh. Look at Grayson Waller attacking Johnny Gargano in front of his wife, in front of his child. What an evil man. What's he thinking here? He's got the steel chair. Oh, he's going to try for a concerto. Oof. And Gargano moves and kendo stick to the gut. Oh, kendo stick across the back. And what's Candice LeRae doing? She's just giving the baby away. Now she's got the kendo stick. She's taking the child away. Oh my goodness! Now look at Candice LeRae. Look at her go. She's attacking Grayson Waller. Oh my goodness! It's splintered. It's shattered. Oh, now Gargano's attacking him with the kendo stick. Candice LeRae's fully at ringside now. One final beat. That might be it. 1, 2. Oh, but Grayson Waller kicks out. Well, I hope that, the whoever's got Quill is okay. Okay, they threw the baby away. Look at this. One final beat. Bang. Hurricane Run. Oh, look at Grayson Waller's back. Gargano escape. This should be it. Oh, he's got his fingers in the eyes. Look. 2 fingers in the eyes of Gargano. Referee can't do anything about it. It's unsanctioned. Oof. Drop kick. And Grayson Waller. Oh, beautiful. Version of an unprettier. Look at Grayson Waller's back. Look at that. Wow. Oh my goodness. Those shots were real. But there's a part of Grayson Waller's back that is, I'm not saying like bright red. It's dark. It's purple. That looks nasty. Real nasty. I don't know if it was Candice LeRae's shot or Johnny Gargano's one that gave him that mark, but that is... And that's like immediately after. So let alone what they're going to look like in a few hours' time or tomorrow. And what's Grayson Waller thinking here? He's just put the garbage can over the head. He's thinking maybe coast to coast. Is he gonna hit it? Coast to coast. He's walking the top. Oh, whoa, that is unbelievable athleticism. Walks the top rope coast to coast. 2. Oh. Well, Gargano kicked out. The referee pulled his hand. And I don't like that. My God, Grayson Waller's back is insane. Booker T's notes are all over the floor. It's about the announce table is going to get trashed again. They've got their sweets, their Skittles on there. Legitimately, Vic Joseph has Skittles. JG, one of our newest members, says coast to coast. Big Joseph goes, Booker T, don't ask me, man. He's your guy. What is Grayson Waller thinking? He just did a Shane McMahon coast to coast. What's he going to do now? I think he's going to try an elbow drop. This is a good way to... It's a good way to mess up your knee. Just ask Logan Paul. Oh, he threw a chair, hit him right in the face. Oh, he's maybe thinking of a powerbomb. Powerbomb. Oh, through the announce table. It barely broke. Just about. Booker T. Whoa. Grayson Waller through the table. Again, just about through the table. There is a variety of Skittles on there. There are original Skittles. There look to be another flavor of Skittles. This is how you know that I'm on the diet, because I'm just... There's a match going on. All I'm thinking about is those Skittles. Look at that. The Skittles broke his fall. Vic Joseph. Oh, low blow. It's legal, Vic. Ah, jumping stutter. Beautiful by Grayson Waller. It's going to be it. 2. Oh, it kicks out. That was a good match. This is a fun match. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right hand corner. See if we can make the 40 likes. Remember also, we are going to be live for WrestleMania Night 1 this evening. It's going to be 12:45 a.m. BST or 7:45 Eastern Time. Dueling chants inside the arena of Johnny Wrestling and Grayson Waller. I think this goes back to, like we were saying before, this is the difference when you're actually emotionally invested. Good Chelsea, man. Grayson Waller talking smack to Johnny Gargano right in his face. Oh, and a low blow. All legal. No depths that he's not willing to go. No disqualification. Oh, another shot to the back. And another one. And another one. Oh. Grayson Waller's body is going to be black and blue after this, with bruises and welts and cuts. Kendo stick shots, steel chairs. Grayson Waller. Oh my goodness me. This is what happens when you're a bad guy. Chair around the neck. What's Gargano thinking here? I don't hit him on the head. You can't hit him on the head. It's wrong. Oh my God. He hit the chair around his neck. I think he might have broke his neck. That's got to be it. Surely. Gargano escaped. Surely he's going to tap. That's got to be the end. It's got to be a finishing sequence, that. Is he going to tap? And he taps out. Johnny Gargano gets the victory. Oh my goodness me. Grayson Waller gets absolutely destroyed by a kendo stick steel chair. He gets his head nearly knocked off by Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano's final NXT match ends in victory. Gargano said this was going to be his final NXT appearance. In the same way that Cody Rhodes, they were talking about finish the story. Gargano's finished his NXT story. I think Grayson Waller's bleeding from his ear. I think if you probably will be able to see it. He's probably bleeding from the ear, yeah. Surely. Look at that. Wow. And Candice LeRae raises her husband's arm as Johnny Gargano wins the unsanctioned match. Look at Candice LeRae. I think it was Candice LeRae. It might have been Candice LeRae that gave him those marks on the back. She hit him so hard that the kendo stick broke in half. Oof. And maybe it was Gargano that actually did it. He absolutely sort of smashed him on the back too. One of the things for sure, though, I think there's no doubt that Grayson Waller is the real deal. I'm not totally sold on the whole, like, viral moments thing. That is an unbelievable spot, that. Chair wrapped round the neck, steel chair to the chair, into the Gargano escaped, taps out, Gargano wins. And here they come. The way are back. There's Dexter Lumis, Indi Hartwell, the new NXT Women's Champion, Indi Hartwell, by the way. Gargano hugged by Lumis. The only person that's missing is Austin Theory. There's no way that Austin Theory would come out, is there? Could you imagine? And there you go. Dexter Lumis, Candice LeRae, Indi Hartwell, Johnny Gargano celebrating. Well, the family are backstage. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that match. That was excellent. It's another pretty deadly segment. Remember, if you haven't already, click that like button. See if we can get 40 likes. That'd be amazing. Again, these NXT watch-alongs sometimes, again, the interest isn't high, but the fun is always high. That's the important thing. We've got 2 more matches, remember, as well. We've got the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship and the main event for the NXT Championship. Palmerius says, big up Owen, big up Palmerius. Long-time supporter from the United View family. Lots of people from the United View family here. Appreciate it. Bobby says, could we see Gargano Waller on the main roster? I have a feeling that Waller could get called up. Possible. Absolutely possible. Again, I think it's going to be really interesting because I think people are assuming that Bron Breakker is going to get called up, and I'm not sure he necessarily will. Yeah, I'm not sure he absolutely will. Because he's featured on the NXT Battleground promotional material. Just seeing a promo package for Nikita Lyons. I tell you what's funny is, like, no matter how old you get, even if you're just a casual wrestling fan, there is this feeling that you get when you look at particularly the fans over here in the UK, and maybe it's the same worldwide, even in the States or whatever. But you know, when it's WrestleMania day, and you look at the clock, and you go, tell you what, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. In 8 minutes' time, we'll be, 5 hours away? 5 hours away from WrestleMania. You get excited. You start getting excited. You start going, oh, not long to go. Even WWE at its worst, WrestleMania is just different. There's just so much history about it. So much excitement. Everything's bigger. All things lead to it. Where the biggest stars show up. Oh, this was the Rhea Ripley Stranger Things parody. This was well done. What do you think the best one was in terms of the parody things this year? I thought they were good. I don't know if they were as good or as iconic as the WrestleMania 21 parodies, though. I honestly, I thought the best one actually was probably the Joker one that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch did. I could have done without the Becky Lynch doing Batman thing. I thought the Seth Rollins as the Joker thing was excellent. It was really well done. But yeah, I just feel like, the Taxi Driver parody they did, the When Harry Met Sally one they did with Christy Hemme and Kurt Angle is a classic. It's amazing. The Undertaker playing Dirty Harry, playing Clint Eastwood is nuts. Triple H Braveheart, all of those ones are just iconic. I think they did a good job this year, but I don't know if they got past those WrestleMania 21 ones. They were something amazing. Kervin says, if you had the power to change one WrestleMania match ending, what's it going to be? Match ending? What would I change? Oof. Well, I think it was like a clear injustice. In more like recent history, honestly, I would probably change the Sting Triple H finish. Sting should have won that one. Yeah, Sting should have won. I think everyone knows that Sting should have won that match. What other ones would I change that I just didn't agree with that finish? I mean, you could argue, you know, the creative involved in the WrestleMania 17 finish because it killed the Attitude Era and it wasn't, you know. Next is the NXT Women's Tag Team titles coming up next. Clearly put into this spot to give a bit of a break before the main event after that Gargano Grayson Waller match. Here come Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. Kervin says, for me, WrestleMania 19, Booker T versus Triple H. Oh my goodness me, yes, of course. Talk about just a horrible, horrible, horrible storyline that would have, I mean, it would have never been justified, but the only way to almost justify it would be Booker T winning. And they didn't. They did all of that stuff, and just for Booker T to lose in the middle of the ring, and Triple H to spend a lifetime crawling over him, by the way, as well. Awful. Mark Riley says, Eddie and Booker T Pulp Fiction. Yes, that was excellent as well. Or Harry says, probably keep the streak going. Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. You're right. Because to be honest, and I know it's easy to say now, but I think Undertaker is right with what he says about that, where he says, look, you know, if it was to be broken by anyone, I'd want it to give it to someone that they could have done with it, i.e. Roman Reigns when he beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns would have been hated, but the Roman Reigns now, that would have worked for him, but it didn't need to be Brock. And I'm of the mindset that I don't think it should have ever been broken. I didn't want it to ever be broken. I felt like The Undertaker should have retired undefeated at WrestleMania. The streak is mythic. Or at the very least, like, it would have been his retirement match that he lost. He lost, he was vanquished, and he disappears. And, yeah, they kind of fumbled that ending, honestly. Here come the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh my goodness me. Alba Fyre just dived out the ring. The bell hasn't actually rang yet. Oh, what was that? NXT Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Oof. Remember, we did crown a new NXT Women's Champion earlier tonight, Indi Hartwell. Oh, that was nice. Nice bulldog. The crazy thing with the Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania streak being broken as well is that, remember, like, when the Undertaker, he said it in his recent interview with Errol Hawani, when the Undertaker got to the arena that day, or the stadium that day, he was winning that match. That was not the original plan. Just day of, Vince McMahon thought, if anyone's going to break it, it'd be Brock. Brock Lesnar's going to break the streak. And realistically, it wasn't the first time that Vince had kind of done that. But most of the time, he'd, change his mind, or the people that said no. I mean, he wanted Edge to break the streak at WrestleMania 24 when it was Edge versus Undertaker main event World Heavyweight Championship. Edge said no. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm not that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I've got too much respect for the Undertaker. Obviously, Brock Lesnar being Brock, he don't care. But Isla Dawn Front headlock. Again, seemingly a match, I think, to for the crowd to get their energy back a little bit before we get to our main event. You can already see some empty seats in the crowd. How close is the... I mean, if there's anyone watching that is from the States or has ever been to the Staples Center and SoFi Stadium, how close is the Crypto.com arena to SoFi? Because obviously I've heard that Los Angeles traffic is a nightmare. So legitimately, some people might be like, if I leave now, I might make it in time. Let me Google Maps that. Google Maps. SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Directions. Start off at the Crypto. There you go. If you were to drive and you wanted to go from the arena to SoFi Stadium, it would take you 30 minutes. Probably a little bit longer, though. If you wanted to get public transport, it'd take you an hour. Oof. Take you an hour. If you're going to walk it, it'd take you 3 hours. It's 10 miles. But 10 miles in LA is a long time. It might take you a while. Oh, moonsault from the apron. Kind of takes out both the challengers. Oof. James going to the top rope. Oh, backdrop. Cover. Alba Fyre kicks out. Oof. Boot to the face. Alba Fyre. Spinebuster. Jackknife style cover. Kicks out. What Booker T talking about? Booker T's just now talking about, you know what I say? If you look through your man's phone, you're going to find something. You just got to look for it. This is what makes NXT tolerable nowadays to me, is that when it's a match that's like not the best, Booker T just being Booker T on commentary will be great. But yeah, the crowd energy is a bit flat. Maybe they're saving themselves for WrestleMania, or as we spoke about earlier, maybe some combo tickets, not totally familiar with the NXT product. They were into Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller. Probably because, again, that's been a well-publicized match. I think even if you don't watch when Alba Fyre gets taken off the top rope, I think even if you don't watch NXT every week, you'd have heard about the Gargano, Grayson Waller stuff. And when it comes to some of these other matches, people won't really know that much. They'll be like, I don't know. I don't really watch it. Briggs and Jensen at ringside, which I guess are like NXT APA, but not as good. Alba Fyre. There's Isla Dawn. What are they going for here? Oh. Nice move. And broken up by James. As Isla Dawn's got to throw James to the outside of the ring. Oh, manages to hang on. Kiana James. Oh, hits her head on the apron. Crowd rather flat for this one, must be said. Oof. Chop. Gonna go for a double suplex or something. Oh, Isla Dawn just flies over the top rope. Blind tag by Kiana James. Oh, top rope. Oh, drop kick into a power bomb. Oh, Isla Dawn breaks it up. No, everyone's down. Crowd are clapping, trying to get into it. Brooks and Jensen are holding a purse at ringside. What for? I don't know. Oof. Isla Dawn. Oh, Meteora. And a pair of boots to the face. Is this going to be a 2? Oh, and it got broken up. Difficult spot for these people to be in, you would say. Harry says any of these guys on commentary are 100% better than Kevin Patrick on Raw. Well, I'm not the biggest Vic Joseph fan because he does a lot of whoa, whoa, oh, oh. But I agree. Kevin Patrick on Raw just does not work for me. The biggest mistake they did is getting rid of Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips was the guy. She's asking for the bag. Brooks, is he going to give her the bag? Like, what's going on? Jensen saying, don't do it. Okay. Isla Dawn. Backstabber. Alba Fyre. Swanton Bomb. That's going to be it. 2, 3. We've got new Women's Tag Team Champions. Well, I'm going to be honest, that was not great. that was not an amazing match. Obviously, Brits, so I'll celebrate it. NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. But that was rather flat. Kiana James wanted to use her bag. Alba Fyre with the swanton across the knees. And we have new Women's Tag Team Champions. Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. But yeah, in terms of a match, was fine. I mean, I like Isla Dawn and Alba Fyre because they're good workers. The former Kaylee Ray, excellent NXT Women's UK champion back in the day. But that was a bit flat, that one. But that means it's going to be main event time next. Main event time is coming. NXT Championship. Bron Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes. A Seth Rollins video package we're currently seeing. Of course, Rollins and Logan Paul going to be facing off at WrestleMania after Logan Paul eliminated Rollins at the Royal Rumble. And then, of course, he was cost the United States Championship at Elimination Chamber by Logan Paul. Logan Paul, who does an absolutely brilliant buckshot lariat, by the way. People forget, like people don't realize just how good Logan Paul is. He should not be this good at pro wrestling. He shouldn't be this good at all. He's incredible. But I think Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins got an opportunity to steal the show. 100% could absolutely steal the show. Logan Paul saying that his WWE contract's up after WrestleMania. I don't know how true that is. There have been quite conflicting reports about that, suggesting that that's not necessarily true. If it is, WWE's going to re-sign him because he's got that obviously crossover appeal. He's, I mean, ridiculously good for being in WWE for a year. To be honest, though, he's technically been in a bit longer. Of course, people forget he actually made his WWE debut on the road to WrestleMania 37. He made his in-ring debut last year. And again, I think in terms of celebrity performances, people can talk about how good Bad Bunny was, but Logan Paul knocked it completely out of the park. What I'd like to see, and I don't know if they do this, but Backlash, that's in Puerto Rico. I'd love to see Logan Paul and I don't know who it would be, another top heel versus Bad Bunny and Seth Rollins. That to me is the thing to do. Maybe it would be Logan Paul and Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny and Seth Rollins, something like that. I'm not sure. You know, considering the Puerto Rico thing. Or maybe Logan Paul and The Miz again. I'm not sure, but there's money to be made in having Logan Paul and Bad Bunny fight each other. I feel like, as we just see an advert for NXT Battleground taking place in May, just so happens to be the same date and time as AEW Double or Nothing. And Shawn Michaels insists no, it's not because of that. We're not competing with AEW. We wouldn't plan on doing that. Of course you wouldn't. 3 likes away from 40 if you haven't already, so be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. A match announced for Tuesday. Pretty Deadly versus The Family. Also, Dijak versus Odyssey Jones. But of course, coming out next, NXT Championship on the line, main event. The youngest main event in WrestleMania weekend history. Both guys in their mid-20s. It's nuts. Bron Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes. And of course, it is going to be interesting to see the reaction that Bron Breakker does get. But the NXT Championship is indeed on the line. Let's see what the poll says. Who leaves as NXT champion? Bron Breakker or Carmelo Hayes? My feeling is that Carmelo Hayes wins, but I'm not going to be shocked if Bron Breakker retains somehow. I like the way that's Carmelo Hayes taking it seriously. Carmelo Hayes taking it seriously isn't not going to the club altogether. It's, I'm not going to go to the after party. That's the difference. Instead of not going to the club, it's, no, you know what? I think I'm just not going to go to the after party. I don't need to go to the after party. I'm going to the gym. Steve says, yes, but I think Rollins will beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Harry says, I think Bron loses and goes to the main roster. That was what I was thinking again prior to the announcement of NXT Battleground. I thought, well, and I suppose he still could. He can do both. We've seen a sort of a phase transition before, haven't we? We've seen people such as someone like people in the past where they do both for a period of time. So he could certainly lose the title, start appearing on the main roster, but then also do another match against Carmelo Hayes, maybe for NXT Battleground, something like that. That's entirely possible. Give me my effing crown. Look at him, Carmelo Hayes. Cursing. Now, Carmelo Hayes, I think it's going to be him. Again, he's kind of built a bit different. But as I said, I think it's entirely possible that he maybe gets a bit of a negative reaction here. I think people want to see Carmelo Hayes win the NXT Championship. Of course, I mean, he's been champion for nearly a year at this point. He won it on the Raw after WrestleMania, didn't he, last year? I remember last year it was surprising, wasn't it, that he faced Dolph Ziggler and people assumed that he was going to win. Oh, look at that. They got the backstage music, the backstage intense music, the walk into the ring. Carmelo Hayes flanked with Trick Williams. Bron Breakker. Booze inside the Crypto.com arena. Again, I feel bad because that's not his fault. Can't choose who your dad is, can you? Michael says, did you see Dante Martin's leg in Ring of Honor? Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. Horrible, horrible injury. Broke his leg off that ladder spot. Well, Trick Williams got out there quickly, didn't he? After walking. Trick Williams giving the intro. And here he comes, Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams. He stole Drew McIntyre and Sheamus's banger after banger thing. But look at that, Carmelo Hayes. That's how you know he definitely wants to get the hometown pop. He's got the LA Lakers colours. LA Lakers colours is... Carmelo Hayes thing is basically an LA Lakers logo. He does just come across as a star, doesn't he, Carmelo Hayes? You can't doubt that. He comes across as a star. He looks like a star. He's going to be a big deal in WWE. I have no doubt about it. A big, big, big deal. And again, I think Kiss is going to be his night where he becomes NXT champion. They say Melo doesn't miss. And Bron Breakker's going to get a big enhanced entrance here. And again, it's very Rick Steiner inspired, which again might be a bit of an issue. Beware of the dog. There is Bron Breakker, the NXT champion. Carmelo Hayes doesn't look phased. And he's doing the dog barking stuff. But I think with the crowd, certainly, Carmelo Hayes seemingly is clearly the favourite. Must be said, the crowd is not... I don't know what's worse. There's one thing to be booed, but there's another just to get no reaction. He's just kind of getting zero reaction whatsoever. But then it's been kind of a recurring theme a lot this evening, to be honest. It's a bit of a flat crowd. Hopefully the WrestleMania crowd's better than this. I would hope so. Bit of a clap, bit of an applaud from the crowd. Steffi Jenks said they look bored. Yeah, they look like they're just sort of thinking, you know, let's get to WrestleMania later on. Looks like that's what they're trying to, you know, that's their focus. It's just like, let's get to WrestleMania. Bron Breakker gets announced. There are boos. David Burke says it's early here. They could be hungover as well. I mean, what time is it actually on the West Coast? You're right. It's what, 1 o'clock at the moment. West. It's time in LA. It's 12:21. 12:21. So when this started, which was what, 2.5 hours ago, well, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness me! No wonder they might have been a bit flat. Going to a wrestling show at 10 in the morning, a bit early, isn't it? Collar and elbow tie up though. Crowd chant, "Let's go Melo." Would kind of explain it, I suppose. Midday energy can be a bit, you know, a bit flat. Although there are some barks from the crowd. It's not all bad. Duck under. Reverse switch. Oof. Bron Breakker just froze Carmelo Hayes to the ground. Oof. Just froze Carmelo up in the air. And now he's doing the Rick Steiner bark. Oof. Bron Breakker brings Carmelo Hayes back into the ring. Jumps over. Carmelo jumps back over again. Drop kick. Sends Bron Breakker to the ground. Carmelo Hayes saying he's going to break Bron Breakker across his leg. Off the ropes, Carmelo Hayes. Leapfrog. Oh, shoulder tackle by Bron Breakker. Ducks under Carmelo. Oh, he slipped. He slipped. Carmelo went for a springboard and he slipped. Oh, dear. Oh, jawbreaker. It was a botch. He's going to go for it again. Springboard. Oh. And he just bounced off Bron Breakker. And Bron Breakker doing his own three-pointer. Oh. Hurricane Runner. Look at that beautiful gator roll by Bron Breakker. Now, nice suplex. And a nip up by Breakker. Oh, moonsault. Standing moonsault. It was easy. Look at that. A standing moonsault by Bron Breakker. Incredible. Another gator roll. Another front face lock here. Slow start. Yeah, very slow start by Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes in this match. I mean, I would think it's probably going to build to some kind of a crescendo. But still, slow start. Oh, look at that. Oof. Again, Breakker really leaning on him. Nice suplex there by Bron Breakker. Oh, drop kick to the knee by Carmelo Hayes. Breakker drops. Kick to the head. Kick to the face. Oof. Kicks to the chest once again. Interesting. Poll in the chat. 50-50. Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes. And people who they think's going to win. Reverse elbow by Bron Breakker. Hits the ropes. Oh, nice clothesline. Cover. Oof, kicks out. What's Carmelo Hayes trying to do here? Armbar. Look at this, bang. Armbar now on Bron Breakker. I'm surprised that they're sort of going with this this kind of style earlier on. I mean, again, I'm sure that it will build up into something faster, but it's been a somewhat of a bit of a slow start, surprisingly. Oh, roll through by Bron Breakker. Carmelo kicks out. Irish whip. Oh, big chop to the chest by Carmelo Hayes. Oof. Irish whip once again. Oh, ducks under the shot. Oof. Carmelo, big chop. Oof. Bron Breakker gives one of his own. That was a bit of a receipt there. Look at this again. Easy. Hip toss. Oh, and a bit of a slam. I tell you what, by the way, I feel like they might be actually even pumping some or piping in some crowd noise, because it is quiet in there. It is quiet in that arena at the moment. Like, no joke, it is quiet. I mean, I'm talking about it's so quiet that you can hear the springs on the ring. You can hear the squeaking of the metal on the ring. It's kind of flabbergasting, really. I'm somewhat surprised just how quiet it is. Again, I know it's a midday show, so maybe that's why. I mean, they always say, don't they, if you go to the sort of the matinee or the theatre, you're not going to get the best crowd, but wow. Oof. Forearm between the shoulder blades of Carmelo Hayes. Oh, and again, forearm between the shoulder blades. Breaker. Oh, beautiful back suplex. Cover. And Carmelo Hayes kicks out at 2. Still, they're very quiet. Very quiet. Got him up for a bit of a torture rack, maybe. Oh, Trick Williams, he's on the apron. Carmelo's saying, what are you doing? I'm assuming the referee's going to tell him to go away. Surely you tell him to... Yeah. Well, obviously, he's going to tell him to go away. Trick Williams just pulled Carmelo Hayes onto the apron, and now the referee's just thrown Trick Williams out. Well, of course. Be sure to smash a like if you haven't already. 2 likes away from 4. Oh, my goodness me. Bron Breakker, what a dive over the top rope. I mean, that wasn't just like I said, Trick Williams. He fully interfered. That was a DQ. It should have been DQ. Oh, beautiful bulldog by Bron Breakker. Carmelo Hayes kicks out at 2. Look at that dive over the top. Boom. Oof, it was in a good sow, wasn't it, by Carmelo Hayes. Goes for a suplex, blocked. What's this? Oh, face planter by Carmelo Hayes. Oh, there's a bit of a cutter there by Carmelo Hayes. And Bron Breakker kicks out. Carmelo Hayes trying to figure out what to do at this point. Hayes now going to the top rope. Crowd chanting for Melo. A rare chant from the crowd this evening. Oh, Bron Breakker goes to the outside on the apron. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Sort of a spring suplex outside to inside. That was good. Cover. Bron Breakker kicks out too. King of the Indi says, what crowd? Well, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't know what crowd either. A very quiet one. Oh, what was that? Wow. Look at this. Bron Breakker. That is so impressive. A step up Frankensteiner from the top rope. That's the thing with Bron Breakker is people don't realize the guy is a freak athlete. I mean, I'm not saying he's Brock Lesnar-esque because I don't think anyone is that level of an athlete, honestly. But at the same time, look at Carmelo saying, I hate your guts. But yeah, Bron Breakker, for things his size, he just literally ran up the ropes and did a Frankensteiner. Insane. Both men getting back to their feet. Oof. Right hand. Oof. Oof. I mean, this isn't even these are slaps. Ooh, big right hand by Bron Breakker. Drops Carmelo off his feet. Hayes once again. Oh, big right hand. And again. And again. Oof, big one. Oh, a big slap. And a kick to the shoulder. Oh, he went for something. Blocked by Bron Breakker. He's going to roll through. Oh, went for the Steiner recliner. Now, what's he going to go for? Trying to work in the submission by Carmelo Hayes. Oh, beautiful side slam by Bron Breakker. Oh, he's going for the submission again. The submission locked in. Is Bron Breakker going to tap? Oh, he's turned it into a pinning situation. Oof. And they kick out. Ducks under. Oh, referee's down. Referee's down. I smell shenanigans. I sense shenanigans. We've got a ref bump. Now, what are we going to have here? The official's been knocked down. He got speared by both. He got speared accidentally as Bron Breakker went into Carmelo Hayes. He knocked the referee down. Steiner recliner's in. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? He did tap out. Wow. Carmelo Hayes tapped out, but there's no referee. What's going to happen here? Trick Williams. Oh, Trick Williams. He just put a championship to the back of Bron Breakker, and now Carmelo Hayes is going to win. Surely he can't win it like that, though. I mean, this is meant to be like giving Carmelo Hayes the big thing. Is this how they're going to do it? I suppose. I mean, technically, Carmelo's the heel. I guess, maybe. But I'm not sure. Referee. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. What a close. That's a near fall. That's a near fall. Look at Carmelo Hayes looking over saying, what? That was close. It was very, 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 very close. Crowd still chanting for Melo. Springboard. Oh, he got caught. He's up. The ref's still down, by the way. Oh, turned it into. This might be it. Now is Carmelo. I mean, they are protecting the shit out of Bron Breakker. We're talking championship shots, finishes, top rope. Oh, nothing but net by Carmelo. This got to be it. 3, we've got a new NXT champion. I'm not sure why they did the ref bump and I'm not sure why they did the ref bump and the championship shot. I guess to protect Bron Breakker for whatever reason. But Carmelo Hayes is the new NXT champion. It was very odd. But for the first time in nearly a year, we have a new NXT champion. It is Carmelo Hayes. Oh my goodness me! Not the match of the night though. Decent match, quiet crowd. Good closing couple of minutes. Again, ref bumps galore. But Carmelo Hayes is the new NXT champion. Again, the ref bump was weird. Leg drop was great, nothing but net. But he tapped out as well. So not only, this is what they've done here. They've done a championship shot to the back of Bron Breakker. This is why I'm telling you, Bron Breakker, He's not leaving NXT for now. He might be on the main roster, but he is not leaving NXT for now because he's got a perfectly valid reason to do a rematch here. We're getting the rematch at NXT Battleground. It's clear. I mean, they've got championship shot to the back. He had him tapping out. He tapped out. So they're going to have the rematch at NXT Battleground. So that means minimum, Bron Breakker is still appearing on NXT programming until May. Minimum. Bron Breakker's got the NXT Championship in his hand. Look at Trick Williams saying, oh, as if he didn't just hit him with the belt. So they're doing a fist bump thing when, like, Bron Breakker just got screwed. Like, why would he be happy? This makes no sense. Maybe he is leaving. I don't know. Carmelo Hayes is the new NXT champion. Bron Breakker. Maybe then he's going to the main roster. I don't know. That makes no sense. Well, there you go. Carmelo Hayes is the brand new NXT champion. But there you go, that's the show, guys. So what we're going to do right now is the same thing that we're going to be doing for WrestleMania this evening. I'm going to be going and jumping straight on a reaction stream. You don't have to go anywhere. This will direct you straight to the reaction stream, and then we'll chat through the show for maybe about 20 or 30 minutes or so. I appreciate you all joining me this evening, and I'll speak to you again in just a couple of minutes. Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.